Around 10,000 people have fled fighting on the border of Thailand and Burma, a day after Burma's first election in 20 years. The fighting broke out between the Burmese army and ethnic rebels and follows warnings that ethnic tensions could boil over into renewed civil war after the vote. Votes are still being counted, but the election's designed to easily return the military government, though now in civilian form. Southeast Asia correspondent Zoe Daniel reports.
Unfortunate but not unexpected. Fighting broke out even before the last vote was cast. Karen rebels are fighting the Burmese army for control of the border town of Myawaddy. Today their campaign boiled over into Thailand, where a wayward grenade landed, injuring a number of people.
It's basically challenging in a direct military way against the regime's army. And so I think this can have a serious implication for the events that are to unfold.
Burma's repressed ethnic groups have been engaged in a long-running insurgency against the government's army. Thousands of ethnic villages were excluded from the election, and now 6 ethnic groups who've long opposed the junta have formed an alliance. Today a market on the Burmese side of the border was hit with mortar fire and 3 people were killed. Many were injured. The riverbank on the Thai side of the border has now been evacuated. There's real concern that next the Burmese military will crack down hard on rebels, bringing about a much worse conflict. Burma's leaders say the full list of election results will be released in time. But with the main opposition banned, the junta's Union Solidarity and Development Party will win. It was the only one contesting all seats, and the second largest party backs it too. Before polls opened, there were claims, even from the military's supporters, that rigged pre-voting was taking place. And during yesterday's election, with turnout as low as 40% in some seats, allegations that ballot boxes were unsealed and stuffed with ballot papers.
For the ballots, they used many ways to cheat.
Only a handful of opposition and ethnic candidates will win seats. But exiled Burmese academic Win Min says the final numbers are important to the regime itself.
For the military, especially for Jonathan Shui, it is important for him to win a landslide. In 1990, NLD won more than 82% of the seats, so he's trying to break that record by just winning maybe 84 seats in the parliament for his legacy. But in reality, it is impossible unless the regime rig the vote.
A concerted international campaign for a free and fair election clearly failed. Now the world community is contemplating whether engaging with the new government is worthwhile.
These elections have been far from free and far from fair. A number of democratic parties have participated, and we will be watching very closely what emerges from the Burmese political process.
Thousands of Burmese refugees are fleeing across the Thai-Burma border tonight. Zoe Daniel, Lateline.